Advantage Athletic Therapy, personalized rehabilitation programs with a whole body approach. Enjoy the podcast.
It's another Boomer Music Experience with my good friend Randy Halmo. It's a September 2026 show. And at the end of last month, Randy and I were chatting away about those classics, those songs that were always that last song of the night at the dance. The one all us nervous young boys at the time were worried she was going to say no, but we wanted to get that one dance in. And it's kind of the memory that sticks with me, from mid school and high school. You were nervous about asking a girl to dance. And in our era, you knew Stairway to Heaven was just around the corner and you wanted to get that dance. And boy, was it the same when you were a kid too, Randy? I got to ask that question right off the bat. Were you a nervous Nelly like me?
Very much so. Very, very much so. And, but with the last dance of the evening or bride and groom having the last dance of the evening or celebrating an anniversary, it all boils down to this.
Let me see that. Love. Oh, it's upside down. You got to turn that one up. Turn that over for me.
There we go. That'll help.
There it is. There you go.
Clean my glasses. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's just one of those ones that, it's cool. And you're going to do something kind of unique today. You're going to talk about the different eras and those slow songs that everybody requested, sort of wanted to hear. And I was intrigued by this because I didn't know, before Stairway to Heaven, I didn't really think about it. When we decided on this, one of the ones that came up, and maybe I'm right or wrong, you'll let me know on your list, I'm sure. But the first one that I thought of was the Everly Brothers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
right on, Dave.
That
We're on the same wavelength. Yes.
So, well, okay, I got one. But it's an interesting dilemma because I think some of them sort of stand the test of time. They're repeats, right? That people just know. So I'm going to turn it over to you and let you take the floor and entertain us with that list.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Dave. Today I'm going to cover slow dance songs. I've picked 3 from the decade of the 1950s right up to 2021. Okay, here we go. The 1950s. All I Have to Do Is Dream, the Everly Brothers. Number 2. And here again, there are so many great love songs. Like we'd be here hours talking about all the love songs ever made. But these, I think, will really cover the bases and more. 1955, The Four Aces. Love is a many splendored thing. In 1958, Who's Sorry Now? Connie Francis. Those are 3 beautiful love dance songs for the decade of the 50s. Now, as I say, I know there's lots more than just those 3, but here again, I'm hitting the highlights for our audience, and they'll remember these songs.
Were they, now just quickly, when you do an older dance like that, when you have folks from that era, those are the ones they're their go-to, I guess, for the 50s?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Very much so. I
say, hey, I want that one. Cool.
Now we go to the decade of the 1960s. Bob Dylan, Lay, Lady Lay.
Oh, good call. I never even thought of that. Yeah.
Great
that's awesome.
song. Bobby Goldsboro, Honey. That was from 1968. And Canadian group, The Guess Who, from 1969, These Eyes.
Oh, Burton Cummings. I didn't even think of that one. That must be, isn't that interesting? Because you're kind of, you get lost in them. Like you said, there's so many, but that's a great pick. Like I can totally relate to that one. And I kind of remember a few slow dances with that one after you said that, because it was one of those songs, right? Just the piano at the beginning and everything. It kind of sets the mood. Great call, Randy.
Oh, absolutely. The 1970s. We start with my coffee date girl, the late Olivia Newton-John, hopelessly devoted to you.
Oh.
Wow. I got many memories of those precious, not quite 10 minutes, but boy, that was something else. I'll tell you, Dave. I'll remember that moment in time forever.
When you
really well.
Yeah, and when you get requested, it's like that for Olivia Newton-John. Quick question, is it the woman or the man that's requesting it? I'm just curious. Like when you
Um,
have do you find a balance there, or does it depend on the era?
yeah. I find, Dave, good question. I find that the ladies take the lead role in requesting the love song, The Last Dance. It's always the gal.
Oh,
Well,
wow,
not always. I would say 90% of the time, it's the woman.
I wouldn't have known that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Next on, 1975 was a very good year. Of course, the Eagles, they owned the 70s.
Yeah.
And for 1975, we've got Lion Eyes by the Eagles. Now, too, Dave, I forgot to mention to our audience at the beginning of the show, this is a combination of rock and roll, soft rock, but also country music too, country and Western, as it was noted back then. And in 1977, at the height of the disco years, we turned to another superstar in country music, Crystal Gayle, with all that long, beautiful hair of hers hanging right down to her ankles.
It was.
Don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Yes, that was a
Crystal
great song.
Gayle.
Yeah.
That was quadruple platinum for
I
Crystal.
did not know that. Yeah, that's a good point that there's many different genres that we have to take into account here because of the just the era that the music was in. So you're right. That's a really, really good point. Thanks for stressing that.
Now we take a look at the decade of the 1980s. And 1980, of course, March of 1980, this song came out. And that was the same time as that major tire fire there near Hagersville, the tire fire. A good song, Dan Fogelberg. We lost Dan about 3 years ago. Great singer, Longer by Dan Fogelberg. Folks, if you get a chance to listen to the lyrics of that song, please do. It's very meaningful.
Well, and you can go a little further with him because, like, Leader of the Band, right, was just such a great song. Like, the guy could write. Yeah, well, I agree. It's such a talent. And just, I always enjoyed his music. Like, it was very soothing, right? It's very comfortable music. For
So
sure.
true, Dave. So true. Moving right along, the year 1982, April of 1982, Bertie Higgins, Key Largo. Great song. Key Largo. 1988. And I think this, aside from the other song, is her top two. I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston. But I've got down here One Moment in Time. Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Forgot about that one.
Great love song. We now take a look at the decade of the 1990s. And I always get requests at any wedding I ever have done and continue to do weddings. This song is always requested. It's by Alison Krauss, When You Say Nothing at All. Alison Krauss. 1990, Bette Midler, From a Distance. Great. And that was a quadruple platinum seller for Bette Midler. And 1994, another great song here by country artist John Montgomery, I Swear. And boy, get a chance to listen to the lyrics of this song, and it is so meaningful. He does a great job on that. We now take a look at the decade of the 2000s, specifically 2005. Well, this is a given. Journey, Don't Stop Believing. Wouldn't you agree with that, Dave?
I agree with that. Yeah, I got to go with you on that one for sure.
That's a great song. 2009, Lifehouse, You and Me.
Yep.
That's another
great song. Yep. That one's very good.
And the same year, 2009, here's a kind of a complicated mix, but this song turned out phenomenal. It went quadruple platinum. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, Shallow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is a wonderful tune.
We now take a look at the 2010s, and the year was 2012, and everyone to this day will remember this song forever. John Legend, All of Me.
Yeah.
Great. That says it all right there.
Yeah.
2012, John Legend, All of Me. That was a multiple quadruple hit for John Legend. Skies went, the record sales there right through the roof. 2018, a good one by Sir Elton John teaming up with one of the hottest rock stars of the mid 2010s, Dua Lipa, and Cold Heart. Cold Heart. Good song. Lyrics, once again, say it all.
I got to listen to that one because I don't know if I know that one. So I got to check that one out.
That's a good one. It's kind of, it's slow, but it's a tad upbeat, but it certainly is in the category of slow because of the lyrics. And it's how they both sing that as a duet. Very interesting. 2019, Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey. You're going to think, wow, that's kind of a slow dance for Tennessee. But it really is a slow dance, country style. Chris Stapleton. Now we take a look at 2015 and Ed Sheeran.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's
Name
a
of the
great song.
Perfect. Got to have Ed Sheeran in there. He's dominated the music airwaves in the last 15 years at least.
Yeah.
He's good. And in 2021, we can't forget our Canadian boy, Justin Bieber and Louis Fonsi. Sounds like the Fonz.
It does. Yeah.
Louis Fonsi and Justin Bieber, Despacito. Despacito. Good song. And their voices, they blend so well together. Unbelievable. 2013 is the last one I have for the mid 2010s. Harry Styles, Watermelon Sugar.
Yeah,
That's a great song.
But I didn't know what to make of that song when I first heard it.
And
my son told me about it.
And also an added tidbit with Harry Styles back, let's see, this was 6 years ago, As It Was, Harry Styles. Good song.
Cool.
And that did solid gold for Harry Styles.
That's awesome.
And that, Dave, is just kind of a smattering of taking three of the best love songs of each of those decades and sharing it with our audience. I'm sure there's many, many good memories from those moments in time when our audience will listen and say, oh my God, that was our first dance when we got married. Or, oh my God, that was the first dance we had at graduation ceremonies. Wow. And on and on and on. Fundraisers, you name it. As I mentioned to our audience, Dave, this is just hitting very basic highlights of a nice love song, last dance, or a love song. And it's really wonderful. The love songs, the lyrics that the singer and artist make, some co-write their own songs, of course. And that puts a cap on our love songs.
Well, it doesn't quite, because I've got my list. I've got my list.
Right on, Dave. Let's hear. Let's hear.
So, and this is my personal choices because these are the ones that I've always enjoyed. And we were talking about that earlier. I mean, in grade school and in high school, Led Zeppelin's "Stairway to Heaven" was it. Yep. You wanted that 8 minutes, right, of your slow dance.
Right on. Yes.
For me, and here's one that's from the past that I know you'll remember, and I do remember this. I think a grade 8 dance was the first time I heard it. It was Dan Hill, "Sometimes When We Touch." Do you remember?
Oh, yes. Right on. Yes.
And,
yes.
That one
Great
stuck with me.
Song.
It was either going to be one of those two, it seemed, at the end of the night, whenever you were at a dance. The other one I had was Blue Rodeo, "Lost Together." That's our wedding song. And I just always
right on. Blue Rodeo.
Yeah.
Another good one, Dave. Absolutely.
But I recently saw it, Randy, on a commercial, they were using that song for a beer commercial. And I was like, oh, darn. Like, it's Lost Together. It's a heartfelt song.
That's right.
The other, number 4 for me, I've always enjoyed, and just, if you're in the car alone and you want to sing it, it's a great song. It's the Goo Goo Dolls' "Iris."
Oh, yes, right on. Goo Goo Dolls' "Iris."
Yeah.
Great song.
One of those songs that I didn't know if you knew this, but it since it was released, apparently, and I'll double check this for our next show, it is the most played song on the airwaves.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah.
Like it's
almost
just,
every turn of the radio,
Yeah.
whatever radio station, you heard this song.
Yeah, you heard it. And my last two, because I wanted to, there was two and they were flip-flopping in my mind, but it was the same artist. And I think you'll agree on this. Mine were Elton John. It was Your Song and Tiny Dancer. Those two.
Yes. Right
Anytime
on.
I get a chance to have a slow dance with my wife to one of those, I take that opportunity because his stuff too from that era is just,
yeah, definitely.
it's just stood up. It just stood up the test of time. And
Absolutely.
I got to say thanks because you introduced me to a whole pile of new stuff today that I was writing down notes as we were going that I'm like, I don't know if I know that one. I don't know if I know, but that shows what you've come through as a DJ, like all the weddings and the parties and the dances you do. You
And
get to see
continue to. Yeah.
yeah, you get to see a cross section of folks from all those eras. So you see, boy, depending on the event, you're going to see a different closing song almost all the time, right? Depending on what group.
So true, Dave.
And that must make it fun for you because you're trying to read the audience and they're saying, well, what about Lost Together? Play that one tonight. Or, you know what I mean? So you're getting all that input. Do you ever get so many you have to put 2 or 3 together at the end of the night? Do you try and do that?
Absolutely correct, Dave. Yeah, near the end of the evening of dance. Yeah, that is so true. So true. Yeah.
And I think
worked well.
Yeah. I want to encourage folks too, if you watch the podcast, send us your list. Let us know and in the comments on the YouTube channel. If there's, I know there's lots we've missed, but maybe just let us know what your favorite is so that we can go, oh yeah, we forgot about that one. You never know. It might lead to another show that Randy and I are doing on the Boomer Music Experience about some other issue with music that we both enjoy talking about.
Thank you very much, Dave. Enjoyed working with you, and we'll see you next month.
Yes. Take care, Randy.
Take good care, Dave, and safe driving on those roads.
You betcha.